I'm currently working on my BMW 2002 project. So what I've done is I've converted it to fuel injection and electronic ignition using the Speeduino ECM instead of Megasquirt. Wanted to try something a little bit different, and it works great, only my tachometer doesn't work right. So it is an old school VDO tachometer. It connects the pulse, it connects straight up to the negative side of the coil, and it gets a pulse which is higher than 12 volts due to the flyback voltage when the coil releases or sparks. I guess according to some people online, it's gone up to 60 or so volts, and it uses that flyback spike to trigger the Tach pulse. And unfortunately, well, of course it's designed that way, Speeduino and I think Megasquirt too both put out a 5-volt signal so that it can be converted to anything. Yeah, I believe it's 5 volts, so that you can use it on a modern digital one or whatever. So how I got around that is, with a little bit of research, I found an image of a circuit on posted on the MS Extra forums or something like that, and somebody also posted this to the BMW 2002 forums years ago, and I found it there. And so essentially what it uses is an inductive load, such as a coil from a relay, and you hook up a transistor and of course a resistor from Speeduino to the transistor, and it switches current across the relay. Then ahead of the transistor you have the output to the Tach, and that output receives the high voltage flyback spike from the inductive load after it's switched back off. So each time the Tach signal pulses on, current across the coil pulses off, the flyback causes the voltage to spike super high, something like that. I'm no expert. Anyways, so what I did is I took this relay and I got to thinking, you know, I could put a bunch of electronic components in line, or I can rip apart a relay and try and build it all into one box. And as you see, I just took off the cover, and everything is hooked up to the prongs on the relay so that I can have a self-contained box that I hook positive, negative, Speeduino Tach in, and old school Tach out to, and then one extra unused plug. So what I've done is I have I took off the mechanism. So normally there's a little switch that goes across here, and then it goes in between these two poles and switches between them when the magnet from the coil turns on and off. So I ripped that off. It was just sort of stuck on there, kind of riveted there. I stuck the transistor across there with the resistor, and it's kind of janky, but it does work. And that's pretty much it. So now and I also add a little bit of electrical tape just to insulate, because while it's not really connected to anything, the core does appear to be attached to the positive side. So I'm just keeping that separate. And I've tested it and it works. So we'll get it installed, and we'll see how it works. I installed the relay behind the dash, wired it up. So let's see if it works. There you have it.